Now, Washington mornings on the Mall. And AM 630.
Yeah, baby. World Cup time. But hold on. No, wait. Stop. Okay, kill that. Hold on. We're here to talk about today's game, which is the USA team. It's an American thing, not that Argentinian, Brazilian Olay. Hold on. There we go. Time for Team USA to take the pitch there and kick a little Ghana butt. Joining us right now.
Take the pitch.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
That's how they say it, right?
While you're practically, been converted.
Thank you. Eric Adelson joins us right now. He is live from Rio. He is with Yahoo Sports, and he is covering the World Cup. Are you on the beach right now? You wearing a thong? What are you doing there, Eric?
I am in my hotel room talking to you guys, but I will be on the beach about 15 minutes after we
Notice he did not answer the thong question.
Yeah,
we will move on from there.
I really don't need to know, Eric.
First of all, let's talk about
not on the first date, guys.
Let's talk about the USA team's chances today. I'm hearing this should be the easiest match of all for Team USA. Is that correct?
Yeah, I would say so. I think the U.S. is going to win. I feel like these two teams are very even, and the Americans are really gathering momentum. I feel like they're very well prepared for a team like Ghana. Ghana brings the athletic ability and the speed. But the U.S., I was at the Jacksonville game against Nigeria, and the U.S. handled that very well. So I feel like they're ready, and I feel like the third time's the charm, and they're going to win this.
Right, because they've had trouble with Ghana in the past in international play, right? And let's remind everybody how this happens. This first round, everyone's grouped together in groups of 4 teams, and is it the top 2 teams that emerge from each group to then go into a bracket?
Yeah, it depends on point total, but yeah.
Okay, generally.
It's the first.
Now, they've been calling the U.S.'s group the group from hell because it's Ghana in the U.S., of course, as we've said, but then it's also Portugal and Germany, right?
Yeah, the group of death.
Group of death, thank you.
Group from hell is fine, too. Any kind of frightening group label you want to put on is true. Yeah, Portugal has Cristiano Ronaldo, who some say is the best player in the world, and Germany is one of the best teams in the world. So basically, if you're a casual fan coming to this, the U.S. is almost in a must-win situation today. If they lose today, it's bad news because then they have to play Ronaldo and then Germany. But if they win today, they're in a good shape because Ronaldo is kind of limping a little bit with a left knee problem. If they can get a win today and a tie against Portugal, then Germany is a little bit less pressure, but they cannot afford to go into the third game without any points.
So overall, what are the USA chances?
To win it, very, very, very remote, but to get out of this group, I think they're pretty good. I would say 50-50. Now, I'm optimistic because I just have a feeling, but if you talk to the longtime soccer writers, they would probably say 25%.
All right, so as you look at the American team, the USA team, what are its strengths, what are its weaknesses?
The strengths, everyone's talking about the weaknesses. Let's do that first. The weaknesses, I would say, the World Cup experience and scoring. Those are the two liabilities, I would say.
So that not much in the way of offense?
Yeah, they don't have the speed. They don't have the world-class player that a lot of other teams do, like a Ronaldo. They don't have anybody like that. I mean, Germany, for example, I would say Germany's third-string players could start for the Americans.
Really?
They do have Tim Howard. He's a strength. He's their goalie. He's one of the best in the world, and so that's a big deal. And
that's the other side of it. I mean, if you don't have a strong offense, you've got to have a very strong defense. How are we lined up there?
Yeah, and Klinsmann, the new coach, is new to casual fans. Is a great tactician, and he's from Germany, and he has World Cup experience with Germany, and he's somebody who will strategize with the best of the managers or coaches. I feel like he's a big strength. Him and Howard are strengths, and then there's a couple young players I think that you want to watch. Fabian Johnson has really done well lately. You probably know Josie Altidore. He's been playing terrific. Basically, if the U.S. can score, and there has been a lot of scoring in this tournament so far. So if the U.S. can get a couple goals, then this might turn out differently. I think the concern is that with the defense good and not a lot of offense, that it's going to be a 1-0 game. Especially, I don't know what the weather is like today, but it's been torrential rains at this U.S. site, and so that might actually be good for the Americans because it'll slow down Ghana. But at the same time, if the U.S. wants to get space on the field, that's going to be a little harder with if the field is soft.
Eric Adelson's our guest. He's with Yahoo Sports, and by the way, you can follow him on Twitter, Eric_Adelson. He is reporting live from Rio on the World Cup. It's a very fun Twitter feed to watch. And you just mentioned really quickly the U.S. is lacking experience and offense. So I got to ask, I mean, what the heck with not having Landon Donovan on the team? I mean, he's a legendary American player. He's got more experience in World Cup and international play than anyone, and he was, he accounted for most of the offense in South Africa 4 years ago.
Yeah, he was the face of the team, and he had that incredible goal against Algeria that a lot of fans will always remember. But he's and not to necessarily defend the decision, but they are going for youth, and he's getting up there in age, and I think that they want to. Klinsmann wants to build a team for the future, and that's not to say he's giving up on this year. But Donovan wouldn't be there next time, and I think that he wants to get some experience for 2018, while also giving valuable experience this time. And so I think that went into it more than anything.
He's getting up there in age. Yeah. The man is 32 years old. I know. He's getting up there in age.
Yeah. Well, and like one of the things we've been hearing about this is whether or not the Brazilians are really ready for this. What's been your experience?
Ready in terms of the infrastructure here?
Yeah. Right.
Because they're always ready for soccer. Yeah, I would say it's been fine so far. I was in Sochi as well. There was a lot of concern about that, whether Russia is ready. I feel like there really haven't been very many. There's been some glitches with getting fans into the stadiums, but there hasn't been anything that's ruined the experience or ruined the play so far. And I was at the Maracana last night, the famous stadium here in Rio for Argentina against Bosnia.
Yeah.
And it was seamless. Now, I must say, as a caveat, that there was a ton of security, and I feel like it felt excessive. There was barriers all around the stadium. There was more police than I've ever seen in one place anywhere. It was a little bit intense, and these guys were wearing full battle gear. I mean, there was a protest that was coming towards the stadium, but there was 500 people unarmed, and it looked like they were preparing for war.
Wow.
So the flip side of this, and this is just sort of the background in this country, is that there's a mistrust or a distrust of the police here. And you can see why, because they're extremely intense.
Heavy-handed, it sounds, yeah.
Heavy-handed is the right word.
All right, well.
But other than that, it's been fine.
Eric Adelson, you have fun down there. Put on some sunscreen and enjoy yourself. Eric_Adelson, Yahoo Sports writer. Follow him on Twitter. And hopefully, as things progress, we'll hear from you again.